Cheese sticks. Sponsor me. Anyways, we got 8 players left. 3 of them are in the jury. Out of the 3 jury members, Matt's probably gonna vote for Franny or Danny, depending on the situations. Maybe even Heidi. Brandon's probably gonna vote for Danny, and Kane's gonna vote for either Lauren or Heidi, or no, Lauren or Jamie. And from what it sounded like, my guess for how this episode's gonna end off is that someone from the Purple Tribe is gonna go. My guess would either be Jam Jam or Carson, because I don't think anyone's gonna target Carolyn anytime soon. If anything, everyone likes Carolyn. My winner prediction still hasn't changed. I'd still think Franny and Carolyn, and maybe even, I guess, Jamie make it to the end. But for sure, I think the 2 that are going to make it to the end are Franny and Carolyn, just the way things are going in terms of gameplay. Franny's being quiet, but is also being smart. Same thing with Carolyn so far. We'll see what happens. Okay, so Franny is on her 3rd competition win streak. And I'm pretty sure at one point or another I said during the series that Franny needs to watch how many challenges she wins. Otherwise she's going to get targeted as like a challenge beast. And lo and behold, that sort of just happened with that scene. Everyone back at camp talking about how they need to get rid of Franny because she's win 3 in a row now. That's the difficult thing about Survivor, is that you always have to manage how much of a badass you look like. Unless you're like Both and Rob and you have Jedi mind trick powers. Or your cast can't think for themselves. Anyway, Franny won the reward challenge. She got to bring 3 people who have letters from home and food and rest. I think out of the people she'd chosen, all of them seemed good. I agree with picking Carolyn, solidify that alliance. I agree with picking Heidi, solidify that alliance. There wasn't really an alliance between her and Lauren, but I guess this is a good way to start. The one thing I'm happy about, though, is that she didn't feed Danny. Like, her feeding Danny at this point is like David telling Goliath how his weapon works. Like, you're basically just asking for self-defeat. Anyway, she's doing good so far. I may have to change my winner prediction because I don't know if she's going to make it the way she's getting targeted like that. Like, I always thought she should throw one. This would have been the one to throw, you know what I mean? Yeah, I hit a commercial break. First note, I'm down for this Moms Alliance, though I'm not really sure how committed Heidi's going to be to it, so we'll see how that develops. Second point, all the Jamie looking like an oblivious fool thing, it was funny at first, but now it's just starting to piss me off, you know what I mean? Like, she can't win at this point. So here's what happened. Jamie confessed that she lost her idol when Kane was voted out because she gave it to him, which, don't tell anyone, but that was a fake idol. Not even Jamie knew. And like, you think that's a good idea, build relationships and like target the other side, target the Moms Alliance that they don't know about yet. But what happened was everyone thought that she was like becoming like a fucking Dr. Will puppet master, and now all of a sudden she's a threat? What? Like, I guess good thing that people are taking her game a little bit more seriously, but also bad thing because you're about to get voted out. So it's like, she can't win at this point. You know what I mean? At this point, to me, she feels like the ultimate underdog, and now I have to root for her. You know what I mean? God, I hope she makes it to the end. It'd be funny if she wins. You know what I mean? Okay, so an interesting tribal council coming up. Let me see. So Danny, let me see. God, who's even voting for who? Because like that was such a clusterfuck. So I know the targets are possibly Heidi and Franny. Those are the main ones. I know Danny wants to go for Franny, and I know Franny and Carolyn want to go for Heidi. Jamie seems like she wants to go with Heidi. Carson and Jam Jam, I'm not sure. They're kind of floating in the middle. Lauren, I'm also not sure, but she was brought in on both plans. I don't necessarily agree with the fact that I don't agree with Franny and Carolyn going after Heidi when they could just go after Danny right now. I mean, it's the same problem I have with like Jamie. Like, just because you think like that they're being sneaky, at the end of the day, there is still a big target. Like, that's the whole reason why the Franny vote is justified. So them targeting Heidi because she's sneaky is the same thing. Like, why are you voting them off? They haven't done anything yet. Not anything completely noteworthy. It's just that they're voting off of potential this season. You know what I mean? Instead of like immediate threat. So I don't know. I'd rather them go after Danny. Based off the way Carson and Yam Yam work, I think they might side with Carolyn just to try and keep her under wraps. I don't think they'll go with Danny, so I think just because of that, maybe Heidi goes home tonight for this tribal council. I don't know. I don't know what either of them about, what any of them are about to do. Like I've seen some weird targets before, but to me, for this season, it always seems like just the potential as opposed to like the immediate threat. But maybe that's just me. I got a weird brain sometimes. Let's see what happens. Brandy got voted out for being a very obvious target and winning what was like a very public like reward for the reward challenge. Um, so I'm gonna have to repick a new winners trio here, but as I'm looking at like the names left, I don't know because I mean this crew is so volatile at this point. Like anyone could just go for anyone. The preview portion made it seem like it was going to be Carson and Jam Jam because Carolyn lost her shit. And it looks like Danny may just take control of the voting process again. Like, how many times has he done that so far? Out of my winner picks, I still wouldn't pick Danny because, I mean, someone has to, like, keep pointing out how it's like he's sort of like spearheading a vote of some kind, and he can easily claim that. Like, no one sitting next to him can really argue against that so much. Like, he's voted off Brendan, he's voted off Kane, I believe, and now he's voted off Franny. Like, those are his moves, and it's not good for either Jam Jam or Carson to claim voting off Franny. Like, even though it was a good move, it was still kind of like a blindside. So, if anything, it may just piss some people off. Like, it pissed off Carolyn. I don't know, maybe Franny will respect it. But as it stands right now, I feel like Danny's game rises, whereas Carson and Jam Jam's takes a hit. That's what the episode editing makes it seem like. Heidi and Lauren are still kind of like in the background. Jamie, I don't know. It seems like they're trying to goat Jamie of some kind. I don't know. And Carolyn is about to like lose her mind next episode, so I don't know how bad of like a mind loss it will be. Maybe she like becomes so jaded that no one wants to work with her. If I had to pick finals right now, I don't think Danny will make it to the end. I don't think Carson will make it to the end. Unfortunately, I don't think Jamie's gonna make it to the end either. So, Heidi, Lauren, Jam Jam, Carolyn. I feel like Jam Jam will go, so maybe my final three would be Heidi, Lauren, and Carolyn. Or Lauren, Carolyn, and Jamie. If Danny makes it to the end, I'll be shocked. Out of my winners for those three, I would say, I don't know. All of them are playing sort of like a quiet game right now, but Carolyn seems like the more aggressive one, so maybe she'll get credit for the win for being aggressive and whatnot. So I guess my new winner's pick is Carolyn, who is my favorite player so far anyways. That would be my new winner's pick. Final three would be Heidi, Lauren, and Carolyn, and my winner would be Carolyn. But we'll see if that holds up, because, I mean, I don't know. It feels like shit's about to hit the fan this next episode, so I'm excited to see it. This was a good episode. I'm happy I saw it. I'll see you guys for episode 11.